Coming back, you're going to learn all about why fat is not a four-letter word and some new approaches you can take to your nutrition, health, and weight loss with Julie Hammerstein coming up.
It's Channel Mom with Jenny Dean Schmidt. We're here for you.
Brought to you by Pediatric Dental Group of Colorado, creating positive and rewarding dental visits for kids of all ages since 1977.
Today, we're going to hit a huge topic for women and mothers, which happens to be diet, nutrition, weight loss, comparing our bodies to other mommies' bodies and things like that. And so I am thrilled to welcome my dear friend, Julie Hammerstein, to the Channel Mom Show. She is the author of Fat is Not a Four-Letter Word. She's a certified nutritionist. She does a lot of coaching with people and speaking. She knows what she's talking about. She really makes a difference in people's lives. And Julie, first of all, can you just expand a little bit about some of your clients? Do you think that one of the number one issues, in marriages, they say that money tends to be one of the number one issues. Do you think one of the number one issues in a woman's life is her weight?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I would say really, let's expand that a little bit. It's weight, it's relationship to food, it's, self-worth. That happens to be the thing for women, whether, like you said, in a marriage it's money, maybe for men it's career. Certainly people have their thing around relationships, but I would say at the core is just how weight starts to play into our, personal value.
Let's talk about that mom that might be in the car right now or might be listening on her computer who says, but you don't get it. I've been struggling with weight this many years and this woman may feel like her husband's not attracted to her, or she doesn't measure up to all her friends, or she's felt FAT for years and years and she's tired of not being able to buy nice clothes and look good, and she has issues with food. What is one thing you can say to her? If you'll just listen to me, Julie, who puts her faith in God and knows that you can change, what is the one thing you would say to her? And let's just base it on your message of small change, big impact.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So and I'm going to stay away from food because there's lots of different things that I could say around food, but I really want it to be more fundamental. And what I want people to do is to sit down. And if you've been through all the diets, and especially if I've been through everything, there has to be one thing that you did well, that resonated with you. And oftentimes we, throw the baby out with the bathwater, and I've never even used that term. I don't know why I use it right now. because the whole thing, everything didn't work, but there's always that one thing that worked. And I want you to pray on that, meditate on that, define what that's going to look like in your life, and just commit to that one thing for the next 30 days. So it could have been a 10-minute walk. It could have been that you ate breakfast. It could have been that you decided to eat an apple for a snack instead of, a candy bar. Just remember, go back and just, if you have to make a list, and then highlight that thing that speaks to your heart, and pray before you go into it, and really then take your just ordinary life and place it kind of as to God as an offering and say, okay, this is it. This is this one thing that I'm going to do, and providence will shift because you've made that commitment, and just commit to that one thing, and that will be that small change that starts to bring those big impact results.
Yeah, and that's good. And the reason I love your advice, and I always have, is that you make it manageable, Julie. You don't say, okay, I want you to cut your calories to 1,000, and I want you to exercise for 4 hours a day. And anybody who's truly struggling with weight will just say, okay, then I'm done. I can't do that. And so I love that you start with a small change, which will have a big impact. And as you commit it to God, He will see it through for you if you just commit to that one thing you do well. So great advice.